There we go. So I'm a bit of a streaming noob, and I hit live in OBS, but apparently I was not live on YouTube. So I was talking to myself. So I'm going to go over these Sega VCD players. This one is an TLS2000E. My goal today is to troubleshoot, make a list of things that need to be fixed, because a lot of these are going to be broken. This one, oh, actually, first thing I'm going to mention is these players, they don't play Sega CD games. The first thing everyone wants to know when they see these things are, do they play Sega CD games? It looks like an awesome Sega CD player, and that is not what it is. In fact, I'll probably just give a quick rundown. I'm going to make like a full video with all the things I've researched on this, but for now, the only thing is about this is this was Sega's effort to get into China. They usually call them educational players. Now, I think I need to get the timeline right, but I think this is before the game console ban. So, but Sega paired up with a Chinese company called Tianli. You can't see their logo on the side. Maybe we'll try pulling it over. Yeah, there we go. So, they paired up with a company called Tianli to make these. What happens is you load ROMs from a CD. So the CD, the media player reads the CD. It has a flag to see that it's a game VCD, and then the game is loaded into RAM, which is loaded into a real, most of the time real, Genesis hardware inside the player, which was licensed to Tianli and a few others. So this one I actually got started, and I turned it on and realized I had someone left a CD in there that they were testing with. So that's super promising to me that this one at least works, which I'm excited about, because I have a lot of them and I know a lot of them are not going to work at all. So I have a set of CDs. Believe it or not, this is like how they came. And so this is probably the most common set, and it's a set of 9 CDs, and I think it's 428 games. They have different colors. There's a few different versions of these discs. This is probably the most common one. Now, let's see. I'm going to pick one to start with. I think we're going to try CD 9. So I made a list of these discs. I tried to catalog the games on the disc, and I had some success. Let's see. I'll put those there for now. I already know, since I tried this one just before. Oh, let's turn it on. My composite preview is a little derpy, but I think it'll look better once we're in the game. I might have to adjust it here in a second. But anyways, this one I opened earlier, and it's got some, I don't know what that is. It's less grindy than the first time, but yeah, I don't know the best way to describe that. I've got a little text file where I'm writing down the problems with them. We're going to call it a hesitant drive. Oh, it still thinks it's open. Can you guys see the screen? Yeah, you can see it there in the middle. It says it's open. Let's try. It says close. I suspect there's going to be a lot of this on this stream, of me just wondering how these players are doing. Undisk. That's, I have no idea what that means. Open. Okay. Opened. And closed. Alright. Oh, you know what? Let's try hitting the play button. Maybe that'll work. I'm used to things auto-playing. Maybe if we... Nope. Man, the worst part about this is it was literally just playing a CD. I guess we could try it. Well, we could try putting the CD back in. Blow some of that dust off, maybe. Alright, CD. Oh gosh. The bottom of this thing is a little sad. Alright, it says we're closed. Or it says close, like it's trying to close. Still says open. Hello! So if I hit play, oops. If I hit play, it knows that I want the drive closed. Alright. We're going to move on. Well, we're going to do the next step of this. So one of the things I was planning to do through this is I think a lot of these are going to have to be opened, even just to test the disk drive. So, and then I'm also going to try, if I see any like ROM chips, I'm planning to dump some ROM chips. So I don't know what undisk means. It says undisk. I haven't even heard it try to spin though. I'll make sure it's, yeah. Hit play, it's close. Alright. Oops. Keep bumping the camera here. Alright, so we're gonna start. There are 2 screws on the, or 4 screws on the sides, and I believe 2 on the back. So we're just gonna start pulling screws off and give y'all a little preview. Yeah, so Horizons. The worst part, so because I'm a noob and I clicked live in OBS, but apparently didn't go live on YouTube. When I turned this thing on for the first time, that CD was playing in it already. So like it just came on and was playing whatever Chinese music is on that CD. So like I'm inclined to agree with you, but it was like literally just working. Someone's put a little let's see if we can get that. Put like a warranty seal on there. Oh, the screws are rusty too. Alright. unscrewed. Could be faulty caps. So the funny thing is, I've been researching these things for a while, but this is my first time, like, opening one. I've played with one, well, similar kind of player. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to reposition this. There we go. Knock that down, make a good noise. All right, so I might turn the brightness down. So doing a quick visual, none of the caps jump out at me. Let's try the power back on. Let's see. All right. I'm just kind of looking at the mechanism from the side. Kind of. Ooh. Hey. I don't know. I don't know if that's just lucky. All right, my composite previews need some help. Okay, so we've got the menu. Let me adjust this really quick. I had a really aggressive crop on it because one of the earlier sources I was playing with was displaying kind of bad. Yeah, so my composite capture cuts off the bottom. There's like, let's see. We switch to the camera. You can see there's like a bunch of text at the bottom, and on my composite capture it's like just all missing. So the way it works is these menus come up and it displays the names of games. So this is the VCD image. So the menus are VCD like videos, and they just have these list of games. Now, so far skipping is not working that great. We're going to try to play game 9. So we're going to hit the 9 button. I don't know if you guys can hear it spinning, but it's reading and doing stuff. Okay, so it's downloading. It says of 12. I can't think of what size of game that is off the top of my head. It's like 1.5 megabytes, I think. But I'm not sure. Boom. Okay. So let's get my controller. Let's see. I probably should turn. I don't know if I'm sure the audio should be coming through. Hopefully it doesn't sound awful. Let's see. Man, I am struggling. Oh, are they upside down? Yeah, they're upside down. Alright. Oh, I love viewpoint. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. So I'm used to playing the PlayStation version. So I'm not super familiar with the Genesis version. So I think we're gonna say this one just needs, like, I guess general maintenance. Figure out. Oops, and I suck at it. This one needs general maintenance. We need to decide what's making the drive mechanism kind of clanky, and then we also need to. So I purchased the VCDs separate because mine came with burn discs, which the seller I was getting them from would do a lot, where he'd just like burn a set for you and be like, here you go. But I really wanted an original set so I could do like a redump of it eventually. Alright, so switch to my desktop. So I made this little list. And it's just, I'm just going to say hesitant, crusty drive movement, drive doesn't want to read, and that'll probably be it for now. Oh, it does have the dented top too. We might play with that here in a second. So I'm not seeing a ROM chip that I can just yank out of this thing. This is where like all the like MPEG decoder stuff is. And then if I had to guess, maybe this one right here. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I forgot to switch it back. There we go. So I don't want to get in there too close. I can't tell what that is. There's got to be a ROM on there somewhere. I guess it could be on the bottom of the board, but I'm not really looking to do to mess with like a surface mount ROM chip right now. So we're probably going to call this one tested. It's going to need just generic. Oh yeah, so I had one. So they do that a lot, where they're like, and it depends on how sensitive they are about. Sorry, I'm answering RXtro AF. He said I tried to buy the discs, but the proxy I used refused with some state secrets junk. So a lot of proxies. I haven't heard the state secrets one as much, but usually they'll get skittish with like intellectual property, and so they'll be like, oh, like I had one where they were like fine, and then like one day they like apparently looked at what I was buying and they were like, Sega, I don't think they should buy Sega. So like from then on out, that proxy, every time I put Sega in, just blocked my purchase. And so, as you might guess, a Chinese seller with one of these things is going to, you know, mention Sega. Oh. There we go. Also, since the game's loaded in RAM, I can just yank the disc out and it'll just keep playing until I turn it off. Alright, so let's get the lid back on this one. Where'd my screwdriver go? There we go. Alright, so that's one down. Let's grab. That. And then. The last thing I want to do is break that encoding card in there, so we're going to try to be gentle. Alright. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to try... really quick, I'm going to just see if I can bend this. Bend this slightly. I don't know if that was a good idea or not. Unplug these cables. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, there we go. I got the power cord stuck. There we go. Lined up. Find which of these are the little screws. Do the back ones first. Do one of the side ones first. That should hold it in place a little better. Oh, you know what? Okay, I'm a derp. Those are the two screws that go in the back. You can't see them. I'm sorry. They're out of the way. There we go. Excuse me. Don't know if you guys could hear that. So, working old crusty player. Oh yeah, I'll give you a peek of the backside here real quick. Alright, so, we're actually going to put a label on this. I don't know how well it's going to stick on there, but we're going to try. I've got my Dymo printer thing. It's not amazing, but should be good enough for this. There we go. Hopefully that stays on there. Alright. So, S video. I think this usually is the Genesis game player, but then these are also the VCD and Genesis controller ports, and that motherboard is sandwiched underneath. Oh, and then you got this fun reflective Sega sticker. Alright. And we'll start a new pile. Just put it over here for now. Alright. Candidate 2. Undo the twist tie. These are also 220. So I have a little converter on the ground. And then you'll do the game again. Where did the controller? And do the controller while we're thinking about it. Alright. This one's a little prettier than the other one. Let's see. So we'll start powering it on. Got some weird flickering Chinese text. No disk. Alright, I'm gonna make an entry really quick. VCD player number 2. This is a TL K989 GE. This one, I didn't look as closely at the other one, but this one has English text on it, which is interesting. Ooh, that wasn't bad. All right, somebody give me a number between 1 and 9. And then after the number between 1 and 9, give me a number between like 1 and 50. Although some of this will depend on how much of a lag I have. Because I don't know what the delay is. 7, sweet. All right, we're gonna do disc 7. $33. All right. This, of course, assumes it works. It doesn't sound bad. No disc. Let's try again. So the motor sounded decent, and the mechanism opening and closing is not bad at all. But I wouldn't be surprised if this one needs a pickup. It's thinking about it more this time. Oh, hey, there we go. Just got to be persistent, apparently. All right, so we're going to hit this 10 plus 3, and then 3. 33 appears on there. What will game 33 be? I don't know. Yeah, everything's really good as long as I don't want to, read the disc. Everything's really smooth and pleasant to listen to, and as long as I don't want it to function. There we go. What game are we going to play? Although I have had this happen when it has a read error where you just get the black screen. So we might need to try again, or maybe try a different number. Let's just do... Let's just try 3. It's possible this one just needs a little exercise before it works. That would be nice. That would make me happy. I can hear it, but it's slow. It doesn't have the... Oh, that's promising. The other one had like a status thing where it showed you like how many chunks of megabits you had to load. What game are we playing? Thanks, Herman. I'm back, at least sort of. All right, I'm a Genesis noob. I don't know what. Well, let's see. I swear I looked at a list. I have like a few. Strider, I guess. There we go. Well, sword's got good reach. I don't know. Oop. Alright, jump. There we go. I can jump. I don't know what that is, but it hurt me. I think it hurt me? I don't know. I'm a noob. So yeah, this one's actually pretty decent. Like, I like this one better than the last one, assuming it's more reliable. Let's try another game. Let's do 5. How big is 5? I don't know. This one doesn't tell me. Hey, look at that. Zone A. That's where we're going, apparently. Darius 2. So one thing I've noticed about this little Philips screen I have here... well, we're going to try 33 again here in a second. Oh, cool, I can drop bombs. So I like shooters, but I'm terrible at them. The picture on this one doesn't seem terrible either. I have another one I was playing with that the picture was just super duper bright and kind of looked bad in my opinion. Alright. Before I get too distracted. This stream will be 10 hours long if I play every game for 5 or 10 minutes. Alright. It's thinking. I can hear it thinking. I don't know if my microphone is picking it up thinking. Hey! It loaded this time. Predator 2. All right. I have never played Predator 2. I haven't even seen the Predator movies. Okay. Are those guys helping me? No, they're not. So, I actually have extra sets of these discs. I ordered a lot of these discs because I'm trying to... Oh wow, I looked away for a second and got murdered. I mean, unalived? I don't know. We're streaming, we'll figure it out. So I ordered a bunch of these discs because I want to redump them and catalog them and kind of look at some of the different packagings they had and different editions there are. So this one's like really common, but like there's a very good chance that later I will have some discs to sell. I don't know how much they'll be. But I'm also really so I've also been experimenting with making discs, so we're gonna actually try that really quick. Alright, I hear it spinning. It says Sega. I hear it doing stuff. So this is an early disc I made, and it's like really goofy. Alright, it's working. It's doing a thing. There! 240p test suite. So, RXTRO AF says, my buddy 064 made his own discs, if I remember correctly. I think he mentioned that. So, the funny thing is about these players, and doing my research, I think I've watched every, like, video I could find on these, and his were some I found. Just because, I don't know, I think these things are interesting. 064 made a video. Bob from Retro RGB made a video years ago where it's funny because he's like, he talks about it not being very good because I think he described himself as sleep drunk. But I learned a lot about this thing from that video because that was when I was first figuring it all out. Man, I hear a buzzing or a beeping, and I can't tell if it's from the drive or coming through the composite. Can you guys hear that? I'm gonna do a video. Oh, I just want the what is it, the color bars? Yeah, there we go. Color bars through my. Yeah, you hear it too. I'm not a fan of that. Well, it stopped when I opened the drive. I don't know if that's because this disc was like my first goofy try to make a disc. This one's a little more stable, if I recall. Hey, Kit! Just testing these Sega VCD players. This one does work. Oh, okay. Hit start. To me, PAL Sonic the Hedgehog is weird. It just sounds wrong. Also, I don't know if me having the audio on this little screen and coming through is weird for y'all, so if it sounds like really bad or strange, let me know. Yeah! So it should be possible. Sega Box compatible VCD players. Yes. And are you talking about the attachment? So I don't have a player currently, but I do have one of the boxes. So yeah, in theory, all right, let's get my disc out. In theory, we can region mod this. So as silly as it sounds, I have kind of a list of mods in my head to do to this thing. All right, this one's my favorite player so far, you know, out of 2. We are going to open it, but because I really want a firmware dump off one of these. And I've seen the insides of some of these before, and sometimes they have just straight up dip chips in sockets. So that's kind of what I'm looking for, hoping for. So RXtro AF asked if the cable was standard on that, and I don't know. It came with that cable, is all I can tell you for certain. So whoever sold that unit thought that cable goes with it, and now I have it. Probably the best way to describe it. I think I took a picture of the inside. Getting a legit one of those, like an actual licensed one, seems to be a lot harder. There's a lot of clones of those boxes. Hey, that is what I was hoping to see. Alright, since this cover's not completely jacked, I'm not going to just toss it on the ground. Retro AF, alright. So I have an official one on the way, or at least it's supposed to be official. All right, so this one, the internals are a little different, and we have this ROM chip on top, which is something I was hoping to see. So we're going to get a quick look at the orientation. Notch goes towards the front. I'm going to try to do this. I'm trying to make sure that I get the... Oh wow, it's like nobody touched this for 20 years. Go figure. There we go. crazy. There's RAM underneath it. Alright. Let's see if I can get that without a glare. It's like too bright. I don't know if my camera's gonna like it that close. Let's try this. There we go. Oh man. So I'd really rather not peel this sticker off, but I can't see what the part number is on this chip. It's obviously a flash chip. The sticker's kind of already ripped. We're gonna try picking at it. Yeah. If I pull that sticker off, it ain't coming back off. So I got my chip programmer. Now, what I don't remember, I don't know if this one could detect it. Really quick, we're going to count the pins. All right, 16 pins on one side, so 32 pins. I might take a stab at a guess on what this thing is. So we'll put that there so y'all can see it, I guess. My guess is this thing is a Winbond 29F020. And if I recall correctly, let's try, I don't know if that'll work. No action to perform. Let's see, Mini Pro. So I am unfortunately not super versed in this programmer with this tool on Linux. Just read the chip ID and nothing else. That sounds super promising. Let's see, Mini Pro-P to specify a device. No actions to perform. Here I am trying to learn this live. Let's see. If I remember right, there is a search. Yeah, we'll do -L. Let's try that. Firmware is out of date, go figure. Oh wait, that... I probably should have thought about this a little more before I got started. Let's do -L. Oh, you know what? Can I filter this list? That would be really great. Go figure, there's a lot of... I wish I had a... let's, well, there we go. Here's where I think we'll be. I think alright, you know what? We're just gonna try to YOLO this. I'm gonna do mini pro -R or -D 29F020, and then we'll do -R, and we'll say Sega VCD Player. Okay, what was it? K9 89GE try one .bin, something like that. Device not found. All right. Really quick, I'm going to try to find a list that I can like search through faster. I might just be out of luck for this right now. Let's see. Show device info. Let's try, what was it? Mini Pro Read ID. Did I already forget that? I gotta have an underscore. Action to perform. Alright, I might be too noob to do this right now. I might, let's see. I'm trying to decide, or I guess maybe somebody else can say if it's worth me continuing to dig into this. Because on the one hand, I can just like take the whole player and set it on the floor and like come back to dumping the firmware later. Or I can just move through my pile, which might be better. Let me know what y'all think. I'm going to search really quick for my, like, I don't know, 20-second lag. Let's see. We're going to... I might also try really quick. Is it Mini Pro -L? Can I, let's see, dump it to a file, so device list.txt. Hey, that's better. Now let's do 29F020. Wait, seriously? So I'm inclined to think, usually, well, let's do a, so, RetroAF, what I'll probably do at some point is get my multimeter and just test to see if the cable just goes straight through like you would expect. Because, like, ideally, you could just take an old parallel cable that goes with your zip drive and use it with this thing. All right. How do I... Okay, let's do find 29F. Oh! So it could be a 29F020, it could be a 29F2001. Let's have another... Oops, sorry. Let's have another look at the board really quick. Maybe it says Winbon game. I think it's fun that they put the RAM underneath. Just looking to see if there's like a little indicator that says what's supposed to go there, but it's just got a designator. Kind of surprised. $29F010 is in here several times. And 040s. I'm a little surprised that there are no 020s. So I don't know this for sure, but I think it's an 020. Read through this really quick. So let's do the man again, because I think there's I think there's a command where you can just be like, hey, like, is this chip what I think it is? Info IC looked promising till I read it. Alright, we're going to try this -D again. No, actually, okay. I'm obviously not understanding this properly. Yeah, no, I have spent hours going through Shanyu as well. And there's so many players. It is a rabbit hole is a good way to describe it. All right, we're going to give up on this for now. So what we're going to do is we're going to toss this off to the side because I'm not figuring it out right now. Put this back in here. Probably just going to do it kind of loose for now. And we're going to stick it off to the side. We're going to find... I should have... something to put the screws in so I don't lose the screws. All right. So we'll go back to the camera. And we're just gonna put it right here for now. That one will be number 2 when I get around to labeling it. Alright, so next up, number 3. Doesn't like the bump on my desk. Try to do that without messing with my camera. Controller. All right. Number 3. This one is labeled Game VCD Player TLV K981GE. Hey, thanks for coming, Retro. All right. So, first things first. Don't hear anything. I don't hear the... I don't read Chinese. I don't know what it's telling me on the screen. No disc. Oop. Yep. So I have a few of these. Let's see if I can pull on it slightly. I've had a few where you give them like a tap on the top and like the tray will come open, but apparently that's not happening here. So we will jump straight to using the screwdriver. we go. Move this back in. And another one with a ROM chip. It's got a different version labeled on it. Alright, so I'm going to try powering this thing back on. Alright, obviously we don't want to force it. The goal is to be helpful. Don't want to do that. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's dropping. Yeah, this one, the internals look extremely similar to the other one, which is funny because they have almost the same name, but the body style is like completely different. I wonder... I'm betting this one needs a belt. So we're just going to label this drive won't open, belt, question mark. I also want to dump the BIOS in this one, so I'm inclined to not put the lid back on. Let's see. Need like a bag. Some sort of... Here, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab little Ziploc baggies to toss these into. Alright. We're just gonna toss them in there. All right. Player number 3. sorry, not player number 3. Player number 4. This one is a TLS 2000. Undisk. Oh, I don't even hear it trying to open this one. We're going to label this one tray won't open. For now, I'm inclined to think the internals look the same. The fact that I don't hear it even trying is not promising. Because if it was trying, I'd try to help it open. But I think we're just going to label this one. We'll just label this one and move on. Ideally, I'll get all of these working. I'll like dump firmwares and stuff. And I'll keep like 2. And then kind of move on probably. And then hopefully, like, if I fix all of these players, we'll get to the point where I can do like a tutorial on what's wrong and what fix them. But for now, we're just going to toss this one back off to the side. Alright, for this next one, we are going to put down some foam. Because this one is missing all its rubber feet. Ooh. It's also no screws. The front plate might be broken on this one. Lots of confidence to be had here. All right. Number 5. That sounds intense. Hello, Retro064. I have seen your videos, so I am aware of the goof. Is that buzz coming through the composite? Oh, it is. Oh, okay, I just have it for the camera for now. So that's not promising at all. Purple screen. That's like wrong. TLK989GE. Pink screen. That's not promising. Does it open? No. Ooh. Yes. Maybe? Okay. Apparently we're going to have to be quick. Let's, we'll not risk one of my original discs on this. Thanks, Richard064. I don't know what questions I have. I've been doing a ton of research into these things, and that did include watching your video. I think you did 2 videos. You had one where you like opened it, and then you had the next video where you fixed the laser pickup, if I remember right. So Retro064 says, thankfully most seem to use a pretty common Sony disk drive. I was able to purchase an entire assembly for like $15 to fix mine. Yeah, so that's part of why... Oh, goofy. So the OSD showed up, and it says track 2 0841. I'm going to hit a button and see what happens. I think it thinks it's a normal VCD. The screen changed. Oh, sorry, I gotta bring up the composite. But before... We're gonna disable the audio because it was buzzing before. So I don't know if you guys heard that buzzing just now. Oh, it says it's playing something. So that's goofy because there's... Alright, this one, let's see, how are we going to describe this? Pink screen, doesn't seem to boot, confused about game discs. That's probably all I can say about this one for now. And it is another KL, or TL, or is it TL? Yeah, TLK989GE. Let's see if we can get our disc back. There we go. Oh, are they still, is it still on? I hope it's not on. I don't want to make anyone's ears bleed. Yeah, it was super loud. Okay, I'm sorry. Alright, so this one is going to be labeled number 5. And my guess is this one will not be the first to attempt. It might be a decent parts one, too. To be fair, I do remember some of the sellers were just like, it's broken. And I don't know, whenever a seller tells you something's broken, that could mean anything from I didn't test it, to I don't want to deal with it, to I tried it, it's broken. And sometimes it's not just broken, it's like super broken. Alright. That on there. Number 5. Knowing number 5 is a bit derpy, can go into the pile. Oh, I forgot to put down that this one's missing its rubber feet. It's no wonder it's missing its rubber feet. Someone had another one missing its feet, you would have definitely taken it from this unit. Like, holy cow. 6. Oops, forgot to switch it back. This is number 6. I put it in because I forgot to switch the scene, apparently. So, Retro064 says, from my experience, if a seller in China says it's broken, it's cooked. On the other end of the spectrum, if a seller in Japan says something is junk, it's the most pristine example you've ever seen. Yeah, I have experienced that. With Japan in particular, they'll be like, this item is junk in terrible condition. And it'll have like a ding on the corner of the box. And that's it. The rest of it's like pristine. It makes me scared to sell to Japanese people. Because like, I can only imagine what they think looks good. Alright, so in the hopes of not blowing your ears out, we're going to not turn the composite on until we've confirmed it's not making horrific sounds. No disc. Oh, it opened. All right. All right, this is number 6. It is a TLK989GE. Which is apparently a pretty common model I have. Oh, it still says no disc. Just try that again. All right, this one. I don't know if you guys can hear the motor spinning, but it sounds like it's a laser pickup. Like it can't quite find the beginning of the disc. The other thing I'm noticing is like the front is like pinching the drive, where it catches. So let's try. We'll try this number 7 again. Yeah, it catches like the bottom. Let's see. Richard Zero asks, did you buy all these from China? If so, what proxy did you use? I was using Sugar Goo for a while, but they don't let me order anything electronic anymore. So, I was using an agent called 42 Agent, and I was buying them from Taobao. So I've bought these players probably over the last, like, 8 years, and they've literally just sat. And kind of, like, for my store and just other stuff, I'll buy stuff from China pretty periodically. And there was like one seller that had these players all the time. And anytime I was ordering something with my Taobao agent, so I used to use an agent called 42 Agent, but they're out of business now. But anytime I was like ordering something random, like if I was ordering like NES cartridge shells, I'd check and see if this guy had any interesting players, and then I would order them, like every time. And so it always made my boxes more expensive, but now I have a pile of Sega VCD players. I did use Sugar Goo for an order recently, and they were like, they let me order like 3 things, and it's like, I don't know if they just like looked at what I was ordering and they were like, oh, it says Sega, and then they blacklisted Sega. So anytime I try to order something that says Sega, they're like, nope, you can't order Sega. Sega's a proprietary brand. You can't be doing that. So yeah, Sugar Goo, I don't know. Sugar Goo still seems to be good for some stuff, but like I have no idea who their customers are at this point, because like these are official hardware. Not that would be a fun thing to try to explain to customs. We'd be like, actually, Sega licensed these to Tianli in the 90s. Like if you're explaining these to customs, you might be like cooked already. But alright, so I'm going to update my notes. So it doesn't read disks, drive catches on the bottom, we'll call it, and we'll put laser pickup as a question. Seven. Yeah, so RetroZ64 says, yep, same thing. I tried ordering a Genesis karaoke add-on and they blocked it too. Oh, that sounds like fun. A Genesis karaoke add-on. I've seen some of your videos, so like I know you buy crazy stuff. You got that Famicom VCR monstrosity, and I'm jealous of that thing, even though it's like completely stupid. I'm really tempted to try Superbuy because except paying Superbuy looks like a pain in the butt. And yeah, tariffs are a little worrying. Superbuy, it looks like I could arrange my own shipping. So instead of just having them ship it and stick me with whatever stupid shipping, in theory I could forward them to another fulfillment place. Like, because having shipped my Sega Saturn molds from China to here and having shipped my GameCube production run of shells here, like I have some experience in moving stuff, but it's still kind of complicated. So Retro064 says, yes, the Famicom VCR is awesome, but it needs a super specific controller that I don't have. So I don't know how much you've dug into this. I think I found the original listing you bought it from. And I remember I read, I think I saw it in NESDev. I think you asked about it in NESDev. And the thing that I would try is I would try to find the same VCR, but just a regular VCR and the remote that goes with it. Because if you found that remote, there's a decent chance it's the same remote, just repackaged. That would be what I would try if I had a Famicom VCR. The other thing I'm going to attempt at some point is I'm going to make I want to make an infrared capture setup, because I do have some of the remote controls for these Sega units, and I want to like emulate the different remotes. And my guess is, let's not forget the label. My guess is that you could try some like other LG remotes with that thing, and it could work. I don't know. I think it's fascinating. I would love to figure that out, but that thing is so obscure that the chances of like me spotting one and being able to buy it are probably pretty slim. Okay, so Retro064 says he has the remote that goes with the normal VCR, but it doesn't work with it at all. I did buy the remote from the US though, so maybe they use different codes in Asia for some reason. Possible. If you had, I don't know. I guess I would try buying an Asian one, but the thing is you could start just sinking money into something like that pretty fast. Player number 6. sorry guys, I keep forgetting to switch it from my desktop when I'm grabbing the 7th player right now. This one, the machine itself, like the outside, seems to be in decent shape. All right, back to camera. Okay, so Retro064 says he built an IR blaster on his phone, and I've gone through every Gold Star LG code I can find with no luck. So that's like exactly what I would have told you to do, or if I had one. Your options outside of that are not great, because like the other is probably like brute forcing it. So kit, I think we've had... Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think we've had one working one so far. Yeah. No, that's part of why I'm doing this, because I just suspected that they all have issues. All right. Turn this one on. Okay, this one I can hear trying to open. Where did my screwdriver go? There we go. So, Retro Zero, like, I think like, the only other option I can think of is brute forcing it somehow. The other might be trying to find, like, wireless remotes and see if anything similar works. So, like, I don't know a lot about IR remotes, but, like, oh, trust me, Kit, we can get one of these into your hands. So Kit's a local friend of mine, so we'll do a trade or something at some point. But they're gonna have to get repaired first, apparently. So Retro064 says, the failure rate on these things is so crazy. I fixed mine and the disc tray still doesn't work properly. You have to hit the top of the player for the disc to start spinning. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. It makes sense. Like, they're old. It's kind of early days of these types of players. So, like, it makes sense that they could just have issues. There we go. The tops of these look really interchangeable. Hey, another one with a dip ROM chip. Still can't see the model number on it. They look like they're all different revisions, though. All right, here we go. Haha. That one needs some serious help moving. I do not see that disc spinning. Alright, what model is this? Another TL K989GE. TL K989GE. Drive won't open. Disk won't spin. All right, so I hear it. I hear the. I think I hear the pickup moving. I hear the pickup moving, but the disc isn't spinning. So yeah. All right, 1 second. I actually apparently have someone at my door. All right, so crazy enough, I have like the nicest neighbors ever, and they invite me to do stuff. So I'm trying not to just be the recluse. All right, so Retro064 says, in your searches in China, have you seen the DMB CDI players? There's always so many of them listed, and it's the only place I've ever found them. So I don't know what DMB stands for, so maybe you can help me with that. I've always, it's kind of funny, for how interested I am in these Sega VCD players, CDI has never interested me at all. I've never owned a CDI. So we're going to leave the lid off this one because I want to dump that ROM chip. As soon as I figure out how to dump ROM chips with my programmer, figure out what chip they are. And toss that inside. All right, we've got one more of these players to test. Well, we have one more Tian Li player to test. I actually have several Famicom ones, if y'all are interested. Although, I don't know, that's going to be more of a... For as fraught as this process has been, that's going to... Oh! Looks like we're done. Because this one is missing the power cable. We'll print a label for it, though. So, a really common thing Chinese sellers do is they'll cut the power cable off of electronics. And the reason is to avoid liability. So if you sell a used player and it shows up and it starts a fire, or even if like someone just lights it on fire, they'll blame you. And so to avoid that, they will just cut the cable off and basically be like, hey, you got to put a cable on. And by doing that, they avoid liability because all the pictures show that there's no cable. And so if you put a cable on it and it starts a fire, that's on you. All right, this is another K989GE. Number 8. Let's see. As well. So this is my diagnostic list so far. And number 2, I guess here let's make sure we add reads disks. We're gonna say with some issues. Because that one read discs, but like didn't read consistently. We had to like try a few times. Let's see. Retro064 says DMB is a Korean company. They made a rebranded portable CDI player and a weird 3DO VCD player that, to my knowledge, has only surfaced twice. Interesting. Then Kit says, funny you mentioned that. I just picked one up at an estate sale this past weekend. Nice. I'm assuming not a crazy rare portable CDI, but just a plain CDI kit. Yeah. Yeah, no, I probably will have to get a CDI at some point. I just remember they're kind of all over the place because like CDI is kind of a big family of things. And some of them, if I remember right, they're not all like game players. All right, so while I put this one away, we can either end now or I can just keep going and do Famicom VCD players. I'm actually really tempted to do that. So I guess let me know if we should keep going or if we should just call it good. It's been almost 2 hours. And I do have my list. What I'll probably end up doing is I need to do research on which belt to get. And do some research on which belt to get, and then I'll probably just order like 4 pickups. Oh, actually, no, wait, sorry, there's one more. It's not an official Sega one. So if you want to see the Famicom ones, say so. But I actually have another player that's kind of interesting too, if I can remember where I put it. So this one, in fact, I'm going to show you the back really quick. Sorry, that's me holding the cables. Is a Shinko 868. So this one's interesting. Oh, so Retro064, I have one. I have the one that plays the PS1 games. I'm gonna do a video on it. But I do own one. In fact, well, here, we'll talk about this and I'll show it at least briefly. So this one I kind of think of as like the end of these players. It still has the Genesis clone hardware inside, but this one was really popular on like Lixang for a while because it has the Genesis hardware. It's an SM801 based clone, but it's also an actual DVD player. Now this one, has, okay, so it opened fine that time. This one has issues opening and it can't read DVDs. So like I need to open it up and see what pickup it takes so I can replace it so I can do DVDs. But this one apparently is like comically easy to make region free and turn the protections off. Alright, got some Alex Kidd apparently. Alright, if it's not clear, I don't really play Alex Kidd. So I don't know if I'm doing good or not. Money's probably good. Oh, did I mute? Let's see. Can you? I don't know if you guys can hear the... I tried to mute it when it made that horrible sound earlier. Oh, going down. But yeah, I already knew this one worked. But this one's interesting because... I don't know. I think they're all interesting, but this one with the protection, the region free, and the region free and the lack of like CSS on this one. Okay, so let's jump up here. Nope. There we go. And I'm dead. Alright then. Alright, I'm gonna try... I don't know. I think we're probably gonna just call this one good. And we'll test the other ones some other day. So I have 3 Famicom VCD players. Now this has been going long enough that I'm kind of inclined to just call it a day. So I guess if anyone has any last questions or thoughts, like put them in the comments or put them in the chat before I sign off. And if you're watching later, thanks for watching. If you somehow made it this far. But yeah, no, we're gonna call it good. I've got my list of stuff to do, and now I just have to probably order some stuff and just spend more time actually going through them. But all right, you know what? We're gonna try. We're gonna load one more really quick. So, Retro064, that is a... so I actually found it too, which is funny because for years it was just missing. I don't know how much... I'm sure you did research into this too, but Lixang had disk creator software. And if you went onto their website, like, I think they had problems shipping the discs because like customs would seize them, or they were worried about it. And so... instead of sending the discs, they would just they put links onto their website to creation software, and believe it or not, like these discs right here, and I guess the one in here right now, are they're not created with that software though. I created them with a Python script that I've been working on. Because part of what I really want is I want to do I have some ideas for some custom discs, and I want custom menus too. But yeah, no, Retro Zero, I will happily accept a DM from you to talk more. But yeah, so I think we're just gonna call it now, and maybe in a couple of days, or I don't know, maybe tomorrow if I'm still set up for it, we'll do some of the Famicom ones, and then I can kind of have a list of everything. Kind of have a list of everything that I can start fixing. But yeah, this disc is a weird combination of stuff I just tried putting on there. But all right, everyone, thank you very much. I will talk to y'all later.